Disclaimer. Yang Jun author. I am 26 years old this year and not yet married. I have been waiting for my sweetheart to give me an answer. Last Sunday morning at around 9 o'clock. While I was sleeping, I was woken up by the ringing of my phone. When I saw the familiar phone number, I immediately connected, and my long-awaited voice came to my ears. June. I quickly replied. And my girlfriend Pan Yuan told me she wanted to see me. She had already arrived at the train station. I immediately arranged to meet her at a milk tea shop near the station, where she had her favorite taste. Then, I hurriedly dressed, washed, and dressed up, rushed downstairs to stop a taxi. Spent more than 40 yuan to arrive at the milk tea shop. When I saw her, I jumped forward and wanted to hug her. But to my surprise, my girlfriend took a step back and just grabbed my hand and sat down with me. I tried to hold down that bad feeling and asked eagerly, Yuan, why are you here? 2 years ago, my girlfriend left the city under the pressure of her parents and followed them back to their hometown. I remember when she left, I went to see her off. She cried bitterly, and her mother pulled her onto the car. Her father even patted me on the shoulder and said to me, Young man, I know your character is not bad, but as a father, I want to think about my daughter's lifelong happiness. You are not worthy of my family's Yuan. For the sake of Yuan's good. I come from a small county town with a bumpy fate. When I was 7 years old, my father passed away, and my grandparents also passed away. Since I was 10 years old, my family has only been my mother and my sister. My mother, who was both a father and a mother, raised our siblings and found work in major restaurants and restaurants in the county, in order to provide us with education and even work 2 jobs a day. In order to provide me with education, my sister gave up her studies and went out to work when she was in her 3rd year of high school. With her full support, I was admitted to a key university. After graduation, I found a job with good salary and benefits. However, the hemp rope was broken at a delicate point. 3 years ago, my mother had a sudden cerebral hemorrhage, causing her to be paralyzed in bed. Up to now, helplessly. At that time, my girlfriend and I were already together. We were college alumni of different majors in the same year, and she was very kind to me. After learning about my situation, she often came to my house to help, sometimes helping my sister with work. Compared to me, my girlfriend's family conditions are quite good. She comes from a 3rd-tier city. Her father works in a state-owned enterprise, and her mother works in a bank. Her income is not low, and her retirement pension is expected to be high when she gets old. According to her, there are 3 houses at home. 2 years ago, I was busy at home when I heard a knock on the door. When I opened the door, my girlfriend and an older-looking woman stood at the door. When my girlfriend introduced me to her mother, after reacting, I quickly invited my girlfriend's mother to come in and take a seat. Bringing tea and water, my aunt brought me some gifts, but I couldn't help but accept them. She also looked at my mother and greeted her. My first impression of her was that she was from the city, but soon I realized that her mother was not only difficult to talk about, but also had a strong personality. That day, she asked about the specific situation at home, learned about my love history with my girlfriend and our future plans. I plan to stay in the city where we are studying for college, work hard to earn money and buy a house here, marry my girlfriend, and provide retirement for my mother. At that time, I can earn 100,000 yuan a year, and I believe that with my ability, I can definitely buy a house. In order to persuade her mother, however, her mother still doesn't agree with us being together. Firstly, we only have one daughter who needs to rely on her for retirement when she gets old. Therefore, we do not agree with her marrying far away. Although this is a big city, it is too far from our hometown to settle down. Secondly, with all due respect, you have made marriage too simple. Although you are currently earning 100,000 yuan per year and I believe you can earn more money, it is still even more difficult for you to buy a house in this big city. You want my daughter. How many years have I been waiting for you? Finally, your burden is too heavy. Your mother not only cannot help take care of the baby, but also needs your care. Your sister will get married sooner or later. Who will take care of your mother then? My daughter. Or would you like a nanny? After listening to my girlfriend's mother's direct question, I was speechless and didn't know how to answer. I thought about paying at least 500,000 yuan down for the house price, sacrificing a lot of my sister for this family. She took her girlfriend away, and at her request, my girlfriend has been away from me for 2 years, and our relationship has also changed. From the beginning, we had video chats every day to express our thoughts. Later on, she often replied to me with a busy word, and even forgot about days like 520. At that time, my heart was filled with butterflies in my stomach. It's indeed a fantasy. The reason she came to me this time is not because her parents let go. June. I'm sorry. She told me that her mother spent 2 years talking to her about the importance of matching families, analyzing the difficulties she would face if she married me. Although the boy's monthly income is only 7,000 yuan, which cannot be compared to my current annual salary of 200,000 yuan. His parents are both civil servants and have good family conditions. She spent more than a year with each other and gradually accepted them. I don't know how I got out of the milk tea shop, so I can only say to her, it's okay. We were meant to be together. At this point, I can only wish you happiness. Goodbye. I bought a lot of wine and got so drunk that I really wanted to forget all of it. What did I do wrong? Why did I suffer such a fate?